I know I'm sexy, I've got the look that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot, I make them shiver. Their knees get weak whenever I'm around. They see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Welcome everybody to the first ever official audiobook after party. Woo! Woo!
And
boy,
after the party, it's the after party.
And if you didn't catch it, did we ever have a wild time? You know, if you think it doesn't go down in a stream with like 4 viewers, you have been wrong. You're wrong. You're so wrong about that. We had all the hot action, all the penile intrusion you could handle. And I see the main man, Cameron Bennett, is here.
Woo! Made it.
Cameron, I'm going to have to also grant you... Oh, I'm going to have to grant all you guys mod status on the Pocket Locker 86 channel. So if you get a chance, hop on over to the Pocket Locker 86 YouTube channel and over to the Pocket Locker 86. Make a little comment. And if you make a little comment in the live chat, I'll see it. And then I can add you as a moderator on this channel. All right, so Cameron Bennett is now our first usher with dual channel usher status.
Dual citizenship.
Dual citizenship to the usher board. He is officially on the live show channel and the live stream channel. I mean, that is dedication to the cause right there. Dedication to the cult. What you might call the cult of internet personalities. Okay. I also got to update the StreamYard link in case anybody wants to come back in. Did anybody get a read on this John Green character? Is this a penis person or is this a...
He mentioned that he watches the show a lot and wanted his son or grandson to...
Wasn't that that wasn't the other person? That was John Green?
It was something Green.
I thought that was Gerald something.
Yeah, me too. That was the Gerald person.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
That was this Benji fella.
Benji is Gerald?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You know, but hey, whatever. We're on the live stream channels now. No, John. We know that wasn't you, John. What do you want to talk about? Are you a theist? You're an atheist? We're gonna start weeding people out in the live stream chat. You're gonna have to engage in a healthy live chat discourse, and then probably and only Benji forgive you of your sins. You're fine, but you're on live chat only for a while since you put a penis on my stream. Yeah, I know.
Oh, that was Benji?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm still learning all the penis players.
I just blocked them from the live chat, from the live stream chat too. So if Benji's dedicated, Benji can watch from the bench. Benji, listen.
Yeah, Benji.
I know you tuned in and you were like, "Whoa, I see this guy. Is he the United States champion of professional wrestling? Professional word wrestling, yes." And I know when you see the champion, you think, doesn't the company get behind the good guy? The good guy that's nice and wants to sign autographs and kiss babies and make the fans feel good? Yeah, they do. But they recognized my meteoric rise to the top. And so they gave me a shot at Cameron Bertuzzi.
They started at the bottom. Now he's here.
And they didn't. They honestly didn't think I was gonna beat him, but they thought, hey, we got to give him a shot. He's rapidly rising to the top of Word Wrestling Entertainment. And you know what, folks? Since we're here on the second channel has never seen the match. And Tux is here, and Deacon No Name is here. Do you guys want to see the match?
You better believe it.
Do you guys want to see what happened?
I want to see it happen.
All right, let's watch the match. All right.
Man, what if God were one of us?
I'm gonna give you guys
live. A stranger on the bus.
I'm gonna give you guys live commentary, even though you will notice that, I'm not sure that I could live up to the original commentary, because even though, this is one of my favorite matches of all time of my entire career, I have to admit that Pocket Locker did an incredible job on commentary. I really admire his work on commentary. I mean, don't get me wrong, the star of the show is my work in the ring, but Pocket Locker really did a decent job of telling the story. I will give credit. Tonight exclusively on Late-Night Counter-Apologetics, we've got a one-on-one showdown for hang on a second. You can hear that voice. He's just got that authoritative announcer voice.
It's like I'm listening to young Nelson Mandela. It's chill.
I was thinking of Rick James, bitch.
So
Rick James, another fine art.
Man,
this is the
Charlie whole crew Murphy. Is in the house. Now, I don't know if you guys see what you can see, but on the left-hand side of your screen, you will notice that going from right to left, first we have the champion, that's Cameron Bertuzzi, rather. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know if you could see the Cameron Bertuzzi right there, okay? And then as you go, you keep going. First you have Deaconess Annette. She's a badass female, badass atheist. The first deaconess of the first church of the Cult of the Flying Man. Then you have yours truly, Heartbreak J. Next to me is, of course, Deacon No Name in the flesh. And next to him is the main man, Tux. And so, we're always going in to hostile territory as the New World Order of Atheism, as we try to establish the new era with atheism on top. Our tag team, represented by Deacon No Name and also Deaconess and my one black friend who was not here on this occasion. We call the Outsiders, okay? But you're seeing right there 3 of the 4 horsemen of the atheist apocalypse, plus Deaconess Annette. And when we go into these situations, given that America is still in the grips of theism, sort of a theocratic revolution is underway, so to speak. We are going into a situation where all the fans are cheering for the quote-unquote good guy. And in this case, that happens to be Cameron Bertuzzi. So it's literally, people think, no, you got to have backup because I thought you were a tough guy. No. He's got the entire Word Wrestling empire behind him, and it's the 4 of us against everybody. It's us against the world. We're trying to establish the New World Order out here on our own. Started from the bottom, now we here. They didn't even want us to be in this situation. But due to our meteoric rise, being big, huge YouTube stars now, they're starting to see the dollar signs in the brand.
Fastest growing counter-apologetics channel on YouTube.
They just,
as long as they don't check that fact.
Especially if they don't fact check us.
Yeah, as long as they don't fact check us.
Especially if they don't fact check us.
They can use a fact check, but actually it helps if they just use faith.
I've been trying to tell you. Now listen. Now see, folks. I'm going to lay out some of the things that are the benefits of community. See, when you show up to the live stream channel, when we're not doing the live shows, when we're just free flowing, you can see the dynamic and you see what the community brings to the table. This is the lead pastor, and he's highlighting it for you right now, folks. And these are all the advanced things you get. And then you get Deacon No Name, man. I can't do this without my guys. I really can't. So, folks, I'm trying to tell you, it's a tough game. They didn't want us out here, but we're here. I brought the crew. It's what had to happen. So listen, Tux.
Mm-hmm.
People tend to think that we're the bad guys because they boo us and we fight dirty. But listen, we do what we have to do to ensure our success, because you can't take over the game if you're a fucking loser. Find me the scripture that's like, it's okay to be a loser. It's not okay to be a loser. So we do whatever it takes to win around here. But listen, they think that, I'm a hero. Okay, they might boo me. I might scrap a little different, but I'm a hero. I am trying to save people from Yahweh. And people think, no, the theists are the good guys. It's good to be a savior of Jesus. So listen, folks, what I'm going to add value to the stream right now, I'm going to show you the type of added benefits you get right now. I try to explain to people that these people subscribe to something that is so evil, they think that it's good. But when I try to explain it, I don't have like a song or anything, so it just doesn't come out that well because I'm a worship pastor. And so I just can't explain. But Tux is the lead pastor. So Tux, explain to these people what we're talking about when we say that they're really evil, but they think it's good. Explain? I can't explain as well as you do.
So when we are accused, usually by the theist, that because we haven't joined the Christian club, we don't believe, we question, we're regarded as evil. And I have accepted that responsibility. I am evil. I think No Name, he's not in a Christian club. He's evil. Jay, what are you?
Evil. Definitely not in the Christian club.
We're just evil. We're not in the Christian club.
I'm evil.
So there is a position of humanity that can achieve a level of evil. And I believe that, that kind of falls in the category that the school shooting in Texas earlier this week. True evil. On the continuum scale, the next highest would be required of the commonly referred to devil, Satan, if you will, can achieve the high level of evil called pure evil. But I believe the Christians have outdone us all, and they have achieved a level of evil and is the highest level of evil, and that is the level of good and evil. And just imagine an evil so evil that everybody says it's good, and they worship it. They are seduced by it. And to try to ask them to stop being that evil is an impossibility until evil is defeated in its entirety. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to start with the level of evil so evil, good and evil.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't explain it any better. But as I meditate upon it, it's truly fucking terrifying to me. Like the idea that not only are these people doing all these evil things, but they insist that they must do it because they insist that it has to be good. I mean, like, I don't. I mean, it's wild to me. Also, I'm trying to download this video for the one we just did, so that when it gets deleted, it's like we have it. But I don't know why all of the YouTube video downloaders are like, nope. They're like, nah. Wait, maybe I can do it from YouTube since I'm like the content creator, since I made it, since it's like my video. Maybe YouTube will let me download it. Let's see. Download. Oh, hell to the yeah. YouTube will let me download my own videos. Isn't that nice of them?
That's so nice.
So nice of them. All right, so once that is successfully downloaded, we will delete it. All right, so folks. Point is, in this community, we cheer for the bad guys because we know that the bad guys are here to save everyone from the true evil, which is the evil so evil that everybody thinks that it's good. And we, as the true doers of good, since we are tearing down the evil that everyone thinks is good, they think we're evil, but we're really good. And if you're confused, it's because you don't have enough faith. In doubt. You don't doubt your doubt enough. Go ahead, Tux. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
No,
The spirit. I got caught up in the spirit.
I like the way you went with that. I can't touch it. I can't touch that.
The word wrestling entertainment, United States. And listen. For those of you that are out there that think that this is some sort of weird thing, you heard what he said. It's word wrestling. You need to stop pretending otherwise. See a lot of people out there talking about we're having a discussion, we're having a dialogue, we're having a debate. No, you're word wrestling. And it's not very entertaining. I'm just out here trying to fight the boredom, y'all. I just get bored. And I try to come to the atheist community for love and support, and then they be boring me and they be putting me to sleep, and I'd be like, what is this? Church was boring, y'all. You know how long I spent in church being bored? And now I come to the atheist community and y'all want to have boring discussions too? Why y'all got to do me like that? I'm suffering.
Feel your pain, brother.
It's championship between the most high apostle of the cult of the flying man and the champion himself, Mr. Cameron Bertuzzi from Capturing Christianity. Folks, this one isn't only about a title, it's personal, as the challenger has insinuated that the champion's whole career is motivated by a painful insecurity in relation to his own brother. In return, the champion has vowed to shut him up once and for all.
The contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship. One of the best superstars around.
Cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives.
Felt so good to hear my music blaring out in the arena. Is he ready to challenge for that United States Championship or what?
Sexy boy.
And there it goes! Wow, what a superstar! Love him or hate him, you can't deny the man knows how to make an entrance.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, the championship is on the line here tonight. And in looking at the opposition, I can say that the champion will have quite the hill to climb in this one. His skills, his talent, that's what helped him to earn this opportunity. And that's what will win him the title tonight.
I'm not your boy toy.
Well, the champion's going to have to contend with the challenger and the other three members of the New World Order of Atheism at ringside. Deacon No Name, Deaconess Annette, and Tux TV. Boom! Here comes the 4-time United States Heavyweight Champion of Word Wrestling Entertainment. For my money, folks, there has never been a more dominant United States champion than Cameron Bertuzzi. They call him King Cameron for a reason. And I believe we are looking at a future WWE Hall of Famer.
Corey, what do you think of the champ's chances here tonight? I love them. I'm not like everybody else, Cole. It seems like everybody's ready to write the champ's demise, but not me.
Hey, I think the champion is by far the favorite when it comes to the one-on-one competition.
His biggest challenge yet. Now, can he rise to meet the challenge?
It's his biggest challenge because of all those people at ringside. But the champion looks confident. He's got the entire WWE fan base behind him. And that's what it's all about, folks, the United States Championship.
From every man's nightmare. Weighing in at 232 pounds, the Outlaw, Prince, Dr. J. And introducing the champion from the Garden of Eden, weighing in at 326 pounds, he is the United States Champion, America's sweetheart, Wonder Boy King Cameron.
The Wonder Boy himself, King Cameron. What a physical specimen.
You were primed for big things.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, he's certainly primed for big things. Any man that holds that title is primed. The big boy to take the next step. Who's going to walk out of this building with the championship tonight, folks? What a conceited bastard.
You'll have to forgive me for the lack of information on this title, but I have heard that it's highly coveted. Well, my sources sent me a VHS tape with this title's greatest matches, and there were some all-time classics.
Really? Hey, can I borrow that tape, Corey?
Absolutely not, Saxon. I'd be doing a disservice to my sources. Pile driver.
You guys need to stop being such boomers and stay up and watch Late-Night Counter-Apologetics.
Kick out before it, too.
Definitely looks in a hurry to finish things.
You may not like the challenger, but he's a resilient man. It's going to take a lot to beat him. He knows what's at stake here tonight. Just being tossed around. Look at the strength of the champion.
Uh-oh, what do they have planned here? Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
Challengers
Just manhandling him.
If he can hold the line here.
Folks, you know, there's something that I need people to get accustomed to, and that is when the house lights come up, that means it's time for radical transparency from the pulpit.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to tell y'all some shit. And let me pre-qualify this by telling you, I don't like Cameron Bertuzzi, and I think he's fucking stupid. His whole career is motivated because he's insecure about his brother. His brother's smarter than he is, and he's a big, big dum-dum. Facts.
Facts.
But
I've heard him admit this twice now.
But in the effort to practice radical transparency from the pulpit, even in the after party when we're just hanging out in pastor's office, I don't even have my robe on anymore, okay? That shit fucking hurt. The shit hurt. I wasn't even sure I would make it to the broadcast this weekend. Okay? There's no faking hitting a mat. There's no way to work. I don't understand people who say these things. I hear this on the internet all the time. But isn't wrestling fake? Isn't the outcome predetermined? First off, do you think we would go through all this if the outcome was predetermined? That would be ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Are you insane?
And on top of that, how do you fake gravity?
Why would you even say that?
How do you fake getting punched in the face? What is wrong with people?
I don't know.
When I get in the ring, I got in the ring because I intended to do real violence to this man. But the truth is, he intended to do real violence to me, and it hurt. That's all I'm trying to say. It hurt. It hurt. I just had to confess that. I just had to clear my conscience.
Here, he'll be in a good position.
Big man going up top, like, oh, he nails him.
A lot of momentum now.
What agility for a man that size. Oh, going for the submission. Going for the early win. He's got a tap. Thought he was going to break my arm. He's got a tap. He submitted so many people with this very move. He's got a tap. I can't believe he let him sink it in this early.
Just slipped underneath.
And I wanna give him credit too, because you'll notice if you guys notice this move, check this move out. Notice what he's doing. What arm did he go for, y'all? The left arm. The left arm. I'm left-handed. Okay? Cameron Bertuzzi did his homework. He did his homework. He studied. He studied. Yeah. He knew I was left-handed. He knew when I get a chance, I'm gonna try to break his arm, and I ain't fucking around. If I get a chance, I'm trying to snatch that man's left arm and end this whole thing.
It's over.
And that was he was thinking. Move. He's got a tap. I can't believe he let him sink it in this early. I slipped up. He got me.
Like
I ain't gonna lie. Somehow he stayed in there and managed to escape.
Gonna take a trip, gentlemen.
But then I got him. Los Santos Facebuster! Woo! Oh, I was excited.
Stomping down. Snapmare.
And every time I had him on the ground, I tried to keep him there. He's on the ground, try to end the match right now.
Create some space.
Because when he gets up, Champ looking to take control. He's got that big boy strength. What a counter! You can tell these men have studied each other. I don't know how this came up. Oh, you know what happened? When we looked up axiology, I played a little Cameron clip before the thing. And he was asking Bart Ehrman about axiology. And so somebody in the chat put, does that have something to do with like Axe body spray? And so we were talking about how Cameron could be in an Axe commercial. So like he does have that Axe body spray model strength, you know, that big boy strength.
Yeah, he does have Axe body spray and probably Axe hair product.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I wasn't even thinking of the full product line.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he could definitely do the hair. Now, do y'all remember the Nick Lachey Axe commercial with the clicker? Where he would go through and like every time a girl looked at him and he got the Axe effect, he would like click it off, he would push a little clicker.
No, I don't.
I was showing him I got a little clicker, like, you know, they could do that with Cameron. He could just go through and they could be little church ladies, and every time they got the Axe effect in the name of Jesus, he could just hit his clicker. All right. You can see everything with the pacing, the spacing,
Kicks
the technique.
To the lower back, clutching the wrist. Just absolutely.
He knows he's got to do his work with the champion on the ground. You see that? He knows when the champ's off his feet, that's when he's got to go to work. Whoa! What a counter!
And the champ can't keep the shoulders down.
It's hard to believe, but it looks like he still has some gas left in the tank.
This is just an overwhelming amount of offense on him. It is all going his way right about now. Big punch to the body.
Oh, those strikes are killing. Vicious. Vicious. And a stomp on the back. Vicious. Oh, kick to the face.
Headlock. Oh, cheap shot right above the eye.
Zigzag!
The champ now absorbing a little damage.
I got him down. Let's go for it. This is my signature move. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Big time. Come on, big time. Let's get that belt. Belt time. Gotta go for it.
Oh, come on. I cannot believe it. This is amazing.
Yeah, I didn't think the count was right. You know, I didn't think the count was right.
I really didn't. I didn't think he had any.
I think if the ref would have counted faster, we'd have got it right there. Yeah, see, this was the strategy. I knew to toss him out to the crew. My peoples was out there.
Illegal, so
they cleared space for him, just distracted him, set him up for me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now they can't hit him. If they hit him, if they attack him, I'm gonna get disqualified. But they distract the outsiders going to work. The New World Order of Atheism out there distracting him, enabling the Outlaw Prince to go to work.
Anybody who calls this cheating.
Come on, ref. Yeah, I know they're not attacking the man, but you can't tell me they're not interfering.
He's really gotten into his zone.
We didn't get disqualified. We didn't get disqualified. Now they might say it's unfair, but we didn't get disqualified. They didn't attack him. They're doing everything to avoid that disqualification. No, they didn't attack him. And intimidating the champion.
That was close.
See, that's the strategy, though. But King, like I said, it's us against the world. Looking to go old school. Thought it was done. Oh, here it comes. The last ride. That's it. 1, 2, it's over. Oh no, he kicks out somehow.
Don't count him out. Don't count him out.
That was one of them times when honestly I was telling him, like, I honestly think it was the spirit of the flying man, you know.
Yep.
Because when King Cameron hits you with the last ride, like, it's over. Like I said, like, I don't even have a soul. I don't even believe in a soul, but I felt my soul leave my body.
Fair.
I just remember being up, going down, and then everything went black. And then somehow I think the spirit of the flying man came over me. And then at an instinct, I just kicked out. You know, just out of a lifetime of experience with the word wrestling, you just kick out at 2 at an instinct.
Right. All it took was just a brief moment of doubt.
Yeah, Cameron got it. The astral projection. That's what happened. I'm just telling you, it's something you never want to feel. You definitely want to leave it to the professionals.
It's a legitimate personal religious experience that I think nobody can refute, which is solid evidence. Solid.
Yes.
Right.
I think I may have temporarily died.
Fair.
Myron
As
flied
you
for
do.
you.
As
Myron flied for you.
But Myron flied for me, and Myron really carried me through this very challenging match. Oh, almost no one kicks out of the last ride, and King Cameron is pissed. Drops the leg. Is he going back up top? He'll kill him if he hits again. He's just trying to narrowly escapes.
Oh, what a trick.
Now, see, folks, you may not recognize what happened there. I was done. Yeah, all right. I did get a moment, and I kicked out of the last ride. But then he dropped the leg on me. I was done. But
Done, son.
You know what hurts more than anything on earth, folks?
What's that?
Cameron. You know why you lost this? You know why you lost this? You lost this because what hurts more than anything is the truth.
Oh, it does.
And when I spoke the truth about your entire career being motivated by your insecurity about your brother, you just couldn't handle it.
Good.
So things got personal because I got in his head.
Shit got real.
And that's why he got a little overzealous, and he went for the top rope and gave me just enough time to recover. And when I realized it, I was like, no. He's about to come at me again. And I played possum, and then I just, at the nick of time, just rolled out the way. But see, people, you got to understand, when you see me up here, when you see me doing what I got to do, when I say what I got to say about these guys, there's a method to the madness. I know what their egos can't take. I know how to push their buttons. And this is the fruits of my labor. All that time I've been in Cameron's head rent-free, just living, chilling, set up an additional studio, all up in his brain space. That was why I was planting the seeds for a moment like that. Strategizing. Strategically.
Oh, no. Oh,
Wow.
stun gun.
Yeah, and then he came back with just Prince to breathe. He's like, yeah, but how about brute force? How about might makes right? Like, you got a point there.
Right now, from all those chants and cheers.
And King Cameron looks firmly in control, looking to put away yet another challenger. Unbelievable dominance.
The challenger is in, and the champion finally ready to put this one away.
1, 2.
Kicks out. He still has life. A long 2.5 in the waning moments of this match.
Somehow.
He was down.
Right in that neck again. Literally trying to cut off the air of the Outlaw Prince. Oh, and he just hit the ref. Was that inadvertent, or did he do that on purpose to create a distraction? Either way, looking to take advantage. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I had to keep going to my money fist drops right there. That's my bread and butter, but he kept getting up. Oh, my goodness. Strength. Slipped out the back. Yes.
I mean, he's not the full-time defending world championship.
Yeah, he's a 4-time champion. Yeah, he definitely knows what he's what he's doing. But you notice how I didn't rely on my strength, right? I just slipped out the back, went for the chop block. Slipped out the back, went for the chop block. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. See, you can't be intimidated by the size. I came to do violence to the man. Chop block him from behind. Everybody's going down. Sneaks behind him. Oh, rakes the back. What a dirty fighter.
Snapmare takeover. Fist drop.
Let's try it again. Goes for the signature. Just because it didn't work the first time, we got to go for the signature.
Oh, he felt that. He felt that, ladies.
Why isn't he going for the pin? I was asking myself, let's go. What happens now? How could I do this in the most historic way possible? Let's make history. Let's make history. He's trying to make him tap out. Let's do it. Let's do it.
It is simply too strong.
Folks, I gotta admit to you, this is not a great idea. This man's never tapped to anybody. Like you guys have seen this man even in conversation. No matter how stupid his shit is, no matter how much he gets refuted, no matter how bad his arguments are,
he does not give up.
He never quits.
Never.
Ever.
Quit ain't in it.
And so this was a mistake. You know, I should have known that no matter what I did, Cameron Bertuzzi was not going to quit. But can you imagine if I made him tap on Cyber Sunday in front of everybody? Just made him tap and give me that belt and tap in front of everybody. So I went for the throat. I went for it. Let's make history. Now is the time. Let's just tap him out right now. You know, I hit my signature. Let's go for it. So, you know, can't knock me for trying.
There will be no tap out.
What a statement it would make, though.
Serious struggle. Trying to overpower his opponent.
Elbows to the face. That hurt. Whew, that'll change your priorities real quick.
Irish
whipping the turnbuckle.
Solely focused on.
This is kicks to
I know.
the leg. That'll give you a lot more than a Charlie
just
horse.
unbelievable. I bet you felt that the next day.
Just seriously. I still feel that. Just tossing him onto the ground. Looks for the finish. He's going for it again. So I went for mine. He countered it. Double finish counter. He went for his finisher. I went for mine. We both countered. Then he went to go old school. This got so wild. Thought I was done. 1, 2. Spirit of the Flying Man is within me. And King Cameron wondering what he has to do to put this man away.
Is that when you
it looks like he's going to go for the last ride. Myron is definitely... Yes, I sensed that he was going to try to finish me. Woo, Sweet Sin Music. It's time to hit him. What is this?
He still got fight in him.
Yeah, I thought he wasn't done. Sweet Sin Music again. Yeah, no. Folks, I gotta admit to you again.
This has more twist.
This was crazy. This was like the craziest twist of everything. Like, what happened was, I knew how serious this was, and I knew he wasn't going away without a fight. And so, like you saw, the first time I tried to go for it, he countered it. Then he went for his. Then I countered that. Then he went for the old school signature, tried to take me out with that. So I was like, yo, he's trying to end this right now. So when I caught him, I was like, boom, Sweet Sin Music. It's game over time. And I was like, I got him, but if he kicks out and gets the momentum again, it's going to be a problem because I already know he's trying to end me. No, I'm going to end you. I'm not leaving anything to chance. Boom, get him up. Sweet Sin Music number 2. And then I felt everything. Time to go home. Time to take the U.S. title. Time to make my rise to stardom. And then he countered me when I went for the pin attempt, and it all went away. This was the worst decision I've ever made in my life. It's all gone. It's never going to happen. I feel my head between his legs. I know the last ride is coming. He's about to literally probably kill me on pay-per-view in front of my friends. I'm probably going to shit my pants when I land, and it's just going to be a messy, stinky scene, and I'm never going to ever have a chance like this again. And I don't know. I must have just said one last Hail Myron or something and just prayed for a quick end, a quick and peaceful end. Goes for the last ride again! Counted by the
fought his way out of it. The man is too tough to die.
And then this is how you know I'm bipolar as fuck. No matter what they tell you, like sometimes I snap and I go crazy. I have never lifted this much weight a day in my life. I hit him with Sweet Sin Music twice because just like nobody believed I could actually hit him with the itis. Right now, the Sweet Sin Music is my finisher, but my other finisher is the itis. And y'all know, like the good weed, when the weed hits you, you get the itis. What happens? The couch lock.
Yes.
Right? What happens if you're laying down, you smoke a little of that really good weed, you get the itis. What happens? You're just locked in the bed. Right? So literally people know.
If you eat too many ribs.
Yes, you eat too many ribs, it can happen to you, the itis. And so people know nobody gets up from the itis. So I knew I could get the itis and hit him with the itis, it'd be over. But I honestly didn't think I could lift him. And that's how you know I'm bipolar. I just snapped. I had no realistic understanding of my actual abilities. I had just lost my shit. I was going for it. I was either going to fucking get him in the itis or literally break my body in the process of trying. But either way, one of us is about to not get up.
Could it be the itis? Nobody
Somehow I got him over.
We got him a champion.
You gave him the itis, baby.
Oh my goodness!
Here is your winner.
Somehow got him over. That bipolar strength. We have a new U.S. champion, folks.
I still can't believe it. There you see our
Just straight lost my shit and went for it.
But the new champ had other plans. It just goes to show you anything can happen in WWE.
Anything can happen. So
Are
folks,
you not entertained?
that's how it went down.
That was quite impressive, Jay.
That was a thing.
It was,
thing of beauty.
Congratulations.
Thank you, fellas. Appreciate the support. Thanks for being there. Thanks for accompanying me to ringside.
Let's get some Jacobs in here.
Yeah, do people want to?
Not literal. Not literal. Before you think that's a real invitation.
Let me see if I think I got to change the. I don't got to change the banner out or the link in the description. Maybe that's why we've had this piece, is that people haven't been able to join the link, and so
is Cameron still with us?
Not sure.
Well, does Cameron have you been on his show?
Cameron has a show? No, I haven't been on Cameron's show.
No. That Cameron. I meant Cameron Patuzzi.
Oh, that Cameron. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about our Cameron.
Yeah, not our Cameron.
Cameron Bertuzzi.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't. Some people will say he's dodging me, or he's afraid of the fact that I have a real education from a real university.
Yeah.
But I just think it's that with what I've said about his brother, it's just too personal. Like, we don't like each other. We don't want to do the pal around on YouTube thing with each other. Like, and now that I took the title from him, like, you could, I'll go on if he invites me. I'll happily go on. I'll bring the belt on his show just to remind him and show him, hey, Cameron, remember this? No, I don't remember that. Cameron, you don't remember this? See what I'm saying? He might go, I don't know how much cognitive dissonance that man really has, right? We'll see how much cognitive dissonance he's really capable of. But, if he does, quote unquote, remember, he might break down there and start crying on his own channel, which would probably be the most watched video he's ever made.
Yeah, that would be viral.
And once again, I will have made Cameron Bertuzzi. And I don't think he even wants to deal with that. I don't think he wants to deal with that because, again, it would just prove that my theory about his brother is right. It just would spiral on him. Just the consequences would just, like an onion of bad shit that would just keep unfolding to him if he actually did that.
Lord.
Yeah, our Cameron's here. Nah, Cameron, it wasn't shade. I just people have lives. I never take, because sometimes I put people's stream on and then I go dick off. I was watching one of my homies stream the other day, and I just jumped in the shower, and then I came back after a while. He was still streaming, and I was still there, and I was like, oh, bro, I just got out of the shower. Like, didn't even say anything. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm so glad y'all are still here. So there's been a lot of things going on. So one, like, we're trying to get this Discord thing going, right? So that people will have a useful Discord where they can go and be like, what live streams are happening today. And then I also figure people could start dropping links in the Discord, and but I don't know what you guys think they should be called so that it's obvious what they are. Like, Atheist Bar Hop isn't the most obvious title, but I kind of love that one. But
I used to be a bartender, by the way.
Cameron said Discord confuses him. See, Cameron, that's good for us, because that means you can get on Discord, and then we could be the only Discord that you are concerned with, and you could just not engage in any other Discord besides ours.
as long as we get you while you're young, then you don't have a chance.
Exactly. See, at least we're transparent about our indoctrination.
Yeah.
We indoctrinate children.
You know, like I said, I'm used to indoctrinating children with evolution at the university, but every once in a while I throw out a little indoctrination to my adult fans, because truly, you know, in the Cult of the Flying Man, in some sense, you're all my children, right? You know, a lot of people call the ministers, pastors, like the patrones, the father figures. I'm not really into that whole kind of family dynamic. Maybe it's because my dad's still around. I like my dad, and I just think that's weird. But you know, it's like the Christ thing. You know, it's like when I play these worship songs, and people are all like, you know, oh, okay, I see what you did. You changed the name of Jesus to Jesus, so you can do your whole Jesus saves thing, which I didn't come up with. That's a community invention. But when they go, oh, that's cute, but can you really say Jesus Christ? Like, can we really? And I'm like, look, just because I don't want people to call me Christ, that doesn't mean I'm not an anointed one, right? This is the marijuana, right? And the marijuana was in the holy anointing oil, which means it's fit for the anointing, which means as a real Messiah, Jesus saves, not Yahweh saves. Yahweh saves is some bullshit. Yahweh doesn't save. See, Yahweh saves isn't even true.
What you don't
saves
understand
is true.
What you don't understand is that Jesus saves you from boredom and having no
boredom
fun
and God.
Life, right? Like,
I'm doing double duty out here.
Yeah, it's really like he saves on multiple levels. I mean, I bet you if he put his mind to it, that brilliant, beautiful mind of his, he could probably save you on like your car insurance or maybe on your taxes or something. So, I mean, if you think about it.
Wait, check it out here. Check it out. You ready for this?
Go.
Stop driving. Boom.
There you go. Your car insurance will just poof disappear. Gas?
You know.
What? What gas? What are you talking about? Tires?
We do what we can.
Public transportation, y'all.
Even better, do like I do. Just work from home, have everything delivered.
There you go.
Then you say, what about your social life? Boom. Dating apps. Swipe. And look, you spend a little bit of extra time in the discourse so that they understand and they're comfortable. Have them slide through. Maybe you meet them in the neighborhood for a little lunch. You know, I like to go on first dates where I can walk. I walk over to the date. Go ahead.
You're selling yourself short, man. Right? Like, people don't know about the sacrifices that the leadership makes sometimes, right? Like, you got to put the community ahead of yourself. You got to put the Flying Man and the Church of the Flying Man ahead of yourself.
Folks,
right? Like,
we literally call it the monastery lifestyle.
It's
and people often are not ready for the sacrifices of the monastery lifestyle. It's not a game. You have to commit physically to this endeavor. You have to spend the time in the chair so that your mind, body, and soul is connected to the mission. I don't get to take breaks. Like, I gotta do evolution, then I gotta do drumming, then I gotta do the club stuff, then I gotta do the stream stuff. There's just you know, you gotta have the commitment. Plus, after I started taking the testosterone supplement, I gotta get in hair and makeup every day to get this trimmed to keep it now to the ideal length. It grows so fast with the testosterone supplement that it now has to be consistently trimmed so that it can stay in the right state. I mean, there's just so many things to fill into the schedule. But yeah,
our man Tux is going to bed.
Yeah, Tux is tired.
I'm tired.
Well, get to bed, bro.
Yeah.
Tux, you can go to bed. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right.
We forgive you.
Oh, thank you. I wish I could keep flying with you for the rest of the night, but
it's
I'm
all
tired.
right.
You'll
I
fly.
cleaned the garage today, and I was a hardworking man.
You have
Hey, good for you.
joined us on the program, and you've attended our first official after party stream.
I got to see some junk.
Got to see
Yes.
some junk.
Yes.
And I made some content. That is great. All right, so wait, let's see. I think we got this video down. Yeah, we have the whole. All right, we got the whole stream, junk and all, and now we're gonna delete the video forever so that YouTube doesn't kill us.
I thought you were going to edit it.
We are gonna edit it, but you gotta like delete it. I downloaded it so I can edit the downloaded version. Then I deleted it so that the bad undownloaded version doesn't stay up. And then after we edit it, we can put up the edited version.
Edit.
You know, yeah,
Sounds
yeah.
like
So
Well, yeah, now there's nothing to remember those folks by.
and also it kind of gives you the advantage of being live, right? Now there'll be like the censored like video version, and it's like if you want to see what really goes down when the wild shit happens, you got to watch live, because then you never know what'll happen when it's
the dicks show up. The dicks really show up.
yeah. And I mean, it's not even going to be that hard to edit. And I think maybe I'll just put a big black screen with huge text that said, and someone showed their dick here.
Yeah. put little emojis over them. You know, like poop emojis or something.
For some reason, the that clip from Britney Spears' song, one of the remixes that says "Bring the action."
Yeah, something like, oh yeah, like a nice little sound bite.
Little sound bite, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
So
yeah, that'll be
you could
fun.
have you could have Steven Seagal cock puncher.
Do you know where I'm really at with people who show their dicks on my stream? This is I'm gonna tell you guys true to life, my honest to God response. I'm really angry. I'm really angry about it. Like, I feel betrayed. And it has nothing to do with them showing their dicks on stream. It has to do with the fact that I literally started live streaming so that I don't have to do post-production.
Yeah.
The whole point is I go live, we do the stream, I stop the stream, the video's on YouTube, and I don't have to do any editing.
Right.
So I'm not pissed that you put your dick on my stream. I'm pissed that now I have to do editing. The whole purpose of live streaming, so I don't have to do editing. So you've really done gone and fucked up now because you made me have to edit, and I will never forgive you for that.
It's because you're a sexy boy.
But I'm not your boy toy.
But you're not our boy toy.
That is what it is, and it's just terrible. So if you earn a dick ban, it's like a perma ban. It's like a you made me edit ban, and you'll never ever be forgiven. That's the unforgivable sin. Sorry, no name. Go ahead.
Tux, do you think that's what it is? That the sexy boy persona brings all the
dicks out?
Jerkers? Yeah, brings all the jerkers to the yard.
It might be the hair.
It might be.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
Yeah, it might be the hair. They just come through and they're like, oh man, if I squint and kind of close my eyes just right, I can, maybe they focus on the secondary camera to the right, and they just kind of pretend that from a distance, they could just focus on the hair, and I don't know. Maybe it does something for them. I don't know what they do. I wouldn't know.
Well, I'm gonna go dream about your hair then.
Please don't. And try not to dream about those dicks.
Dream
Nope,
a
no
little
problem.
dream of me.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure Mrs. Tux can help you out with that. That's
Mrs. Tux has gone to bed.
Yeah,
That never stopped me. course, that might be why I'm now divorced. I don't.
I was gonna say it's not wise though. You could probably get away with it, but it doesn't necessarily mean you still won't get shit for it the next day.
Oh, right.
That was really fun. But if you ever do that shit again,
I gotta go.
all right, man. Have a good
Night,
one,
guys.
Night.
Yeah, it's been a interesting day here.
For real, that is an understatement.
Yeah. It's all good though. I guess yeah, that's fine though. That's kind of the safer thing to do because it's like Sunday night, and part of the reason I stream late on these nights is because it's like I don't want to do shit. So I definitely don't feel like editing that tonight. I kind of just wanted to chill and dick around. I will show you something that's kind of interesting. Let me see if I can change my camera settings. All right, you see that camera? That's like my laptop camera. And it's cool because when I'm over there, I normally use this as the main camera. And so yesterday I figured out that by using the laptop camera, it's like now I can have my main front like drum camera that I use, but then I could also have that kind of like webcam, face cam kind of side cam thing going from the laptop. And I finally had a reason to not hate my laptop sitting there.
Right on.
I've always hated my laptop sitting there because it's actually loud, and I kind of want it to be in the basement, but I haven't been able to find a USB cable long enough that actually will work over the distance. Which, speaking of which, I need to keep trying to buy those. But yeah, I was like, oh, I don't mind you being here. And literally, I've had that camera, that laptop over there forever, and I just like never thought to actually use the web camera. And then the other day, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. All right, Cameron, thanks for coming through, bro.
Oh man, you got to work tomorrow, Cameron. That sucks. I thought
appreciate you staying up with us, man. Thanks so much for coming over here for the after party too.
Yeah,
we'll definitely try to have interesting streams going over here, either after streams or talking about current events, or if we're all hanging out in somebody's live stream and we're looking for somewhere to go afterwards, I'll just go live on this channel. I don't have to worry about it as much as my other channel. So, well, yeah, man, appreciate you, and hope you have a good time with your client tomorrow. And I'll definitely catch you soon. We'll be actually on this channel throughout the week, so I'll be back on the other channel for the shows, next weekend. But if you turn on alerts, I guess, for this channel or whatever, you'll get a notice whenever we go live on this channel. And we'll also probably put something in the going live notifications in Discord if you do end up joining us there. All right. Thanks a lot, Cameron. Appreciate you, though. And I'm going to switch these. Well, let's see. This one should go to this one.
Night, Cameron.
And
thanks for hanging out with us, nerds.
For sure.
Glad somebody finds us entertaining. Other than ourselves.
So yeah, man, I definitely got a lot of shit I think we can get done this week. But I guess I kind of want, maybe in future weeks, maybe we could get in the habit of, Doug was saying that really after you do your live streams, you should take like 5 or 10 minutes or whatever and do the timestamps.
Yeah, I like being able to have a menu or table of contents when I check out previous live streams.
Now,
So, like, you know, if you wanted people to say, okay, you can see a dick here at
right,
47:55.
right, exactly. So I probably won't. I definitely won't do that this week. But I think if we get into the habit of doing a live show, ending it, going live on this channel, and then handling some of that post-show business right away, that people will get kind of used to that. Like the idea, like you have a party, then you have an after party or a kickback, we used to call them sometimes. And that's what this channel could be. And that could also get people in the habit of, this is where production and studio things happen, and give us a way to keep things going so that we can sort of like end videos. Like, you know, we do a chapter of the book. Okay, we're done doing the chapter. If you really want to have a wide open conversation, then come over to the other channel. And I think some of these things will actually, they're of course making things a little bit harder, right? It's always harder to start 2 channels than it is to start 1. I'm not naive to that, right? But I think over the long run, you serve them better by having them in separate spaces. I think it's better to just do that from the start than to wait till it's even harder down the road, because nobody knows why on earth you're starting a second channel.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, that's what always puzzles me. It's like, okay, I go to some channels because I like their music video reactions, right? And I like it when I go to their channel and they have these created playlists where they do video game reactions or movie reactions or TV show reactions. And then I'm not interested in watching them react to video games, maybe necessarily, but I might like to see what they think about watching Firefly for the first time, or some other show or movie that I like that they've never seen before. So to me, it's just like, why not just put it all on one channel, but create playlists and stuff, and that way, I don't know, people can suss it out for themselves from there. That makes sense. Hello?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it does. And I definitely will. Like, for instance, because I don't think, you know, that way you can separate something like following with the pro-atheism audiobooks versus Late-Night Counter-Apologetics. Definitely something I wanted to do. I just think some of the other stuff I do is so different, it belongs on a different channel. Like,
Fair.
because, like, Hot Program is like a different thing. Like, I was going to tell you this. I feel bad even cursing so much on Hot Program because my one black friend kind of winces sometimes. And I'm like, I forget he has more sensitive ears than I do.
Right.
But yeah, and then, you know, I want Tux and I to have a space for our channel to have its own identity, right? And that's that's actually why I'd asked you about what you wanted to do earlier too. But even within that, I think it's sort of a both thing. I think you should. That's one of the other things I've been meaning to do is to like start to put these things in separate playlists on the channel. But I do think it's helpful to have another channel when stuff is genuinely like of a different thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, just because it's like you want it to be like a totally different thing. And actually, for me, it like alleviates some of the pressure. Like it just feels like you can have a less structured space without people assuming that you've gone in that direction with all your stuff.
Right.
Especially with the way I think alerts and things like that are set up. Whereas like on Twitch, for instance, people are kind of used to you follow a streamer and they might do a whole bunch of different things. But even that becomes a problem, right? Because if people get used to you doing one category of content and then you change to something else or they're not with that, it can have severe consequences for a content creator, which is why I think it's important to like establish those type of expectations early on.
Right.
Like,
I got you.
Part of the reason I stream my work a lot of times is like, I know if somebody like watches that, they're good. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
and I try to stream things that I really do. That way I don't find myself in a situation where I do those things and people are like, what is this? Why are we doing, and then, you feel like you've lost your community. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just something I think about. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. It's just something I've kind of sat back and watched over time. But here was the other thing, and I guess that's kind of why we're having this conversation, so I can finally think through these things with somebody else. I think after a while, it kind of benefits you. So, for instance, let's say I'm a real Paul Agia fan.
Okay.
I'm very likely to, I guess subscribe is the word, to both of his channels with almost at some point no extra effort out of me. Like, I'm probably already in the habit, if it's somebody I like and I want to support the streamer, I probably watch their stuff. I probably like their videos. I might even send them super chats and stuff like that.
Yeah, but if you're scrolling through channels and you come across some guy and he's got like 8 channels and each one of them has 5 subscribers and they're all the same 5 subscribers, like what does that do for you? Do you say, oh, I am more or less inclined to, watch this material?
Oh, I don't think it's doing anything for you as far as I don't think it's doing anything for you as far as like getting more people to any of those particular channels. But I do think it gives you a lot of flexibility to keep things in separate spaces without much more effort. Because essentially all a person needs to do is subscribe on one additional video. And then it's like done. Right? Like once I say, oh, No Name has a second channel and I saw a video of No Name's second channel and I subscribed to it, now I'm done. Right? Now it pops up in my notifications just like your other ones do, and it's just, I don't know. It's like I'm trying to see how this goes. But yeah, that's kind of what I realized is maybe part of the reason so many of the bigger content creators have created genuine second channels. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really sure. And the other thing is, I don't know. It just feels weird to me. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's always felt like, I guess part of it too is like I'm in that it's somewhat like a older school mentality where it's like you did your live streams on Twitch and you did your videos on YouTube. And then if you were going to start streaming on YouTube, you probably streamed on YouTube on a second channel. Just because it was like a total different vibe, right? It was more of your live stream vibe. Even a lot of the super big YouTubers that I watch, right? They don't live stream on YouTube, right? They live stream on Twitch.
Why?
And then,
I don't understand.
I would say it's genuinely a better platform for streaming. Like, if what you genuinely want to do is live streams, like, I hate to say this, like, I think I'm realizing there's like, and I'm realizing this partially even as we're having this conversation, there's so many levels of nuance to these things. Like, one comparison is, so I make a lot of music production stuff, and for all intents and purposes, all these softwares do like the same thing, right? They all have like a mixer and a sequencer, and you know, you can make an album or a record or a soundtrack on any of them and every single one of them, right? And when you first learn about them, it almost like doesn't matter which one you learn because they just all do the fucking same thing, right? But the deeper and deeper you get into them and the more and more you start to maybe specialize in one type of production versus another, you start to realize that the way that they're subtly structured differently starts to matter in ways that it didn't before. And it isn't until you get down in those weeds that you start to notice those differences. But once you do, there's just certain things that you just can't fuck with, right? And we call them doll wars. Like, people just will go on threads and have fucking all-out battles that essentially boil down to, I do this type of job, I work this way, and this doll has this 1 or 2 or 3 features that I now find indispensable, so the rest of y'all are fucking morons and y'all don't know shit because this thing helps me do my job in a way none of the other ones can, right? And everybody else has a different opinion for some other reason, right? And that's kind of what the stream game has been like. Even though YouTube has been the far bigger platform overall, I mean, they're fucking owned by Google or whatever the fuck. And like, there's no comparison in terms of platform size of Twitch versus Google, right? Or Twitch versus YouTube, let's say. Let's just keep it to that. But at the same time, when it really comes to the live streaming thing, YouTube is new to this, right? YouTube is kind of like, oh, we've got Google support, we've got the fucking money, we've got the platform, we've got this hungry ass content machine, and the algorithm needs more content. A whole bunch of our content creators have already kind of just started live streaming on their own. Maybe we should take this live streaming thing seriously. We could push pretty much everybody else but Twitch out the game, and you know, like, to them it's like kind of secondary, right? They're kind of just like, we can. It'd make us a boatload more money. I guess we push a couple of our competitors out. You know what I mean? They're like, maybe we should, right? Twitch was like emerged as the like, we're for live streaming and all we do is live streaming and you should only come here if you want to live stream. And right, like, you wouldn't go make a video channel on Twitch, like you could, but again, you'd be using it wrong, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, Twitch is really where so much of the things we associate actually with live streaming culture really go down. You want to have channel points, you want to have stuff redeemable, for the most part, even you want to be working with OBS and have all these fancy overlays and have your comment section playing games in the chat while you stream and all of this type of interactive stuff. Like, Twitch, just go ahead and do it. You could use a whole range of different bots. They have their own tools built in. It's just wide open. You come over to YouTube and it's almost like you literally, like most of us, you just can't do it yet, right? And there's like starting to finally get around to some of this stuff, but even then it's mostly limited. Like we can finally do overlays and, you know, we can do chat stuff, but we still don't really have channel points, and, you know, the command softwares don't always work the same. And then there's just totally different cultures, right? So when you're on YouTube, the algorithm is the king, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the algorithm is doing a whole lot of fucking work. It's clocking everything. How many clicks do you get? How long do they stay? Do they stay past the intro? You know, what's their level of engagement? All this type of stuff. And so it creates this hardcore culture where, like, I'll tell you a perfect example. In my working life, I hate a YouTube video. When I have a problem and I want to solve something and you could explain to me, I could just search it and it just pops up on Google. 1, do this. 2, do this. 3, do that. 4, do this. 5, do this. That's option A, right? It just solved my problem. Took 30 seconds. Boom, there it is. I can follow it step-by-step instructions and I'm done. The next best thing is like a quick little article or PDF that's essentially that in maybe like a short article form. Check it out. You know, 3-minute read later. You know what you got to do step-by-step with pictures and you're done. Last thing I want to do is sit through some dumbass 10-minute video where a guy starts with his fucking channel intro and then reminds me to like and subscribe and talks about all the other stuff he does on the channel, then gives me an introduction breakdown about his experience with the software. Right, you see where I'm going with this, right? And it's like, bruh, I just wanted the 30 seconds. Tell me what I got to do real quick, screen capture, and let's get it fucking going. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me the dirty. Give me the dirty.
And so, believe it or not, even though we're in a YouTube community that loves this long form content and is kind of fallen in love now with these live streams, overall, YouTube punishes people who do shit like this.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Because that's why our community is a small one, right? Like, we're a ton of long, drawn-out videos to a small number of people about a very niche topic, whereas other people are knocking out 300,000 views on a 5-minute clip and putting out 6 of them a week.
Right.
They're YouTube wants them on your front page all day long, every day, because they keep you on platform. You go through that shit, you consume the whole thing, you interact, you engage with it, and then you go on to something else.
Right.
And you're putting out numbers. You see what I'm saying? So they can add, they could push ads, they could do all that stuff. Most of our stuff you can't even monetize, right? We barely, only the cream of the crop even have, you know, the 1,000 followers or whatever, so that you can even send them super chats. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so overall, YouTube's like, who? Atheists what? They do what? Right. Oh, they have YouTube channels? That's cute, right? Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Exactly. Are they making cat videos playing piano? Yeah, let us know when they make cat videos that are playing piano, right?
Right.
So for a lot of people like that, Twitch is really the place you want to be, right? Where you want to be able to just go live and you don't really even know what you're going to stream, and you might stream 3 or 4 different topics and 3 or 4, right? Like when I'm on Twitch, I just stay live, and if I do GTA, I just update the thing. Now I'm doing GTA. All right, then I switch over, I'm doing programming. All right, now I'm programming. I just update it. You see what I'm saying? You just stay live the whole time, and people are used to this. You change topics. If they want to dip, they dip. If they want to stay, they stay. You know, if you're trying to do that on YouTube, again, it's going to fuck up the whole thing because you started the live stream about this. Now, if you want to stay on that, should you end the broadcast and start another one, right? It's just not, the whole culture's not really geared toward that type of free-flowing, open type of thing. So that's part of the reason I don't even want to put a live stream like this on the Jay Bundy channel. I think it would hurt the growth of those channels. Like if I started putting these live streams on Hot Program, it'd kill Hot Program.
I got you. Because people aren't looking for that.
They're not looking for that. At least with the way it is now, they show up. They know it's a live show. It's going to be a couple hours. It's going to be on a topic. It's going to be very balanced between me and my one black friend. It's co-hosted. It isn't my show. It's our show. I'm not in costume. I'm not, going over the top. I'm just kind of straight shooting. You know what I mean? It's a whole different thing. And I don't want that to even cross with whatever me and Tux might do, because me and Tux might be going full Cult of Flying Man on our stuff, and I don't want my one black friend to necessarily have to deal with that, right?
Sure.
So there's some of that. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to stream, and see, here's where things get wonky. Right? Our community's not really that much into Twitch. So I think that, that's been influencing me a lot too. I don't think it's too bad. I think they can find it. And there's something unique about getting a platform for certain things. I've learned this. Like I've had people who have gotten on Discord just to talk to me on Discord for whatever reason. Oh, you want to, even girls, you want to video chat with me? Let's get on Discord.
Sure.
Oh, you want to see what I'm doing? Just download my Twitch and you can watch my stream. Well, yeah, it's something they got to do if they've never done it. And it's not really that bad. They can go to the website. It's not like something they can't do with just a browser or whatever. It's in just a straight link. It isn't hard to just tune into somebody's Twitch stream. But if you do go and you join and do all that stuff, or you check it out, they usually don't really have a lot else going on that platform. So they're not a person who is, say, they might just follow you and they just might turn on notifications. And now they really, if you go live on Twitch, they'll join in your Twitch. And then they kind of just, you know what I'm saying? Now when they get on their Twitch, they're not seeing a whole lot of crazy different stuff that they're into. You're kind of one of their top reasons for even having a Twitch or having a Discord. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you kind of introduced them to it. Whereas,
their gateway drug,
right? Whereas they like the YouTube shit, but they got a lot of YouTubers they really like. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if a person like that ever gets the mind to say, "Can I watch Pocket's live stream on Twitch for 6 hours while he programs?" I don't really like when he programs. I don't really care about that. But, he's my homie, and I really like the shit he's doing. I'm down with the Cult of the Flying Man. They're not really doing that stuff when he's programming. But I'd love to just keep his Twitch up and give him the view and show love and show support. Can I maybe keep that up on my phone and then actually do what I normally do and watch YouTube videos on my TV or watch YouTube videos on my computer? And they go, oh, wow, look at this. Right?
Yeah.
Now we're just chilling on their other device with no competition, right? And every once in a while they look back over. Oh shit, they're playing GTA. Actually, sometimes I kind of like that MC shit. That's kind of interesting. And then they might chat for a little bit. Then they go away. Then they come back. Oh, Deacon No Name's on. Or maybe they're talking about atheism shit. You see what I'm saying? And then they'll engage again. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of these different kind of nuances that I kind of think through. But then I decided the best thing would be if they're on YouTube and they just want to, like you said, man, so-and-so just ended their live stream. And if somebody was live right now or going live in 5, we would just slide on right in over there, to keep the conversation going or to, just hang out for a while and get into some other shit we want to talk about.
Would you just mirror somebody's stream on your Twitch channel, so we'd be watching you watching it or something like that?
So we can do that, and then the other thing is we can just go live. We can just be live, we could just be in here on the StreamYard live, right? Exactly, and then we could be watching if something was live. So that's kind of one of the reasons I like to use OBS in Stream Elements, was that it was very easy for me to have multiple screens and multiple cameras. It's a little bit harder with this, but it's easy for me to do what we were doing the other day, where like if I'm doing the game or something, I could have a secondary screen up where we've got a video playing in the background, right? And so maybe I'm sitting here coding, right? People, OJ, what are you doing? So I do a lot of code and chill streams, right? I'm working on my stuff. I got the lo-fi playing, and we're chilling, right?
Right.
Now, I could either, on top of the lo-fi or instead of the lo-fi, just be listening to atheist content. That's kind of what I thought about doing a lot. I would be doing something like that tonight, but I feel lazy and I don't feel like doing anything. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it StreamYard and keep the camera up, and me and No Name could just chill and leave it up on the stream channel. So if people find it later or whatever, I don't give a shit, right?
Right.
That's another thing, right? Like just this, like me and you. And so I actually think that would be, again, I think a little bit of, I hate to say this, I think people do support what we're doing, right? The people that find us like what we're doing, right? Or they quickly tune out. But I think a lot of people are getting that we're trying to be a little bit more fun and entertaining. And I feel a lot of support from the community. So I think people will be with us if we tell them this is how we're trying to build our community, they'll get with it, right? And what I'm trying to do is just repeat it all the time. Say it on stream, say it every video, say it on Hot Program. You can catch this here, catch this here, catch this here, right? It seems like a lot at first, and I don't even like it because I'm like, God damn, I'm doing the thing I don't like to do. But I'm like, no, I've thought through it and watched enough stuff to know just do this for a good while, and it helps people get clued in. And eventually they'll get clued in. Because it's like the same way a lot of us watch Pine Creek, and we watch Nate, and we watch Danny, right? Or whatever. A lot of these are communities that came from similar streams. A lot of people watch Myth Vision, but they also watch Gnostic Informant or whatever, right?
Right. Yeah. That's why I think, you know, if you are the nightcap, if you're the late night, you know, entertainment show,
right?
I think, you know, that's how you need to kind of market it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the plan for Late Night Counter-Apologetics. I was just saying the same way they kind of, you know, had their kind of friends or fans who were able to build their, you know, kind of spin-off communities and people followed them. I think I just realized we could do the same thing and we could just start it earlier on, right? The same way I'm the Late Night Counter-Apologetics guy, you know. Basically, my one black friend has this other channel. He had the idea for that channel. He wanted to co-host on a channel called Hot Program with me, right? So rather than it being like 3 years from now and I go, oh, I have this friend named One Black Friend, right? It's just like, oh, yeah, we could do that now. Let's start a different channel. It'll be its own thing. People will find it. It'll build its own thing. It'll be straight. I'll do my late night thing. And then Tux wanted to do something else. I was like, all right, cool. Like we'll do one too. I'm not going to do 8 of them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
stretch pretty thin.
But I did realize it would help because it'll help me get more content out there. Mm-hmm. It'll help me show more range, and let people find different things without it kind of souring it up. Like I get kind of bummed if I had to do serious stuff on the Late Night Counter-Apologetics channel. Like that would just be kind of like, this is a downer, you know? But yeah, I think it'll all be fine, right? I'm just trying to get help from you, which I appreciate your help, just kind of thinking through these things. And,
sure.
But yeah, so now the idea is that by quitting the Twitch affiliate program, when I stream using StreamYard or when I stream using OBS, I will be able to go live on both Twitch and YouTube, which will also help because I had kind of a smaller community that was growing on Twitch, and now that it's easier for them to just get it where they want it, so to speak. And I think a lot of the more advanced features will be available on Twitch. And so if people want to take advantage of those things, they can hop over. But if they really just want to watch the content, they can watch it on YouTube. And for the most part, I'll probably stream from OBS or Streamlabs OBS, Stream Elements OBS during the week. And then do the StreamYard for the shows during the weekend.
Right on.
Because I actually think when you're doing the more open-ended streams, a lot of those more technical things I actually want to take advantage of, and I'm far less concerned about it being an easy call-in show. If you really want to, talk to us on stream, then you need to overcome the hurdles of getting on the Discord and getting to the right permission and all that kind of stuff.
Although it didn't seem to stop jerkers in Discord.
No. It's not even. It wasn't even really about that as much as it is. I'd rather use that as a way to direct people to the Discord because that's really where we want them. Discord is where our community is. StreamYard is just a service that helps us do call-in shows easily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I look at those. And it's like I really want to direct people to the Discord. I don't want to make it hard for normies to call into the show. So when we do the shows, I go live on StreamYard. But ultimately, everything I'm doing, I'm trying to tell people, go to the Discord, go to the Discord, go to the Discord, go to the Discord. And that's, again, because it's asynchronous. It's not real time, right? You don't have to catch it live. You don't have to, or whatever. And I think we can start eventually doing cool stuff in the Discord. Like, so another thing we did was... So I was doing a live stream on Twitch where I was practicing for the worship service that I ended up not having because of the technical difficulties. So the worship song, I guess I should say. And I guess it was like one of the days we weren't feeling well. So Tux and Annette were in the Discord with me. And it was really cool because I was basically live streaming it to where the stream could hear and see me. That's why I showed you that second drum cam, because I was using the main drum cam and it looks all cool with the lights and stuff. And it's like I was just practicing and people on stream could hear me playing and they could hear the music. They could hear me playing. That's, again, another thing you really wouldn't want to do on a YouTube channel or not your main YouTube channel. But Tux and Annette were in Discord, so they could hear them in Discord. And then I could have it basically muted so that when Tux and Annette were having, a serious back and forth conversation, I could hear them and the stream could hear the conversation. And I had the mix such that you could hear me practicing underneath the conversation, right? So it was like, like you always want the vocal, the talk to be in the front of a broadcast like that. Yeah. So it was kind of like, instead of having background music, in the background was me practicing, right? And you could hear everything. It was nice and clear, but it wasn't like burying their conversation. It was very easy to hear them talking. And then if I had something to say to them, I could just unmute myself in Discord and then just say what I had to say to them on the mic and participate in the conversation. And then if I kept that mic muted, the stream could still hear whatever I wanted to say to the stream. And so that's what I mean about it just being cool, to where they don't have to be, singing along to Christian worship music to be contributed to that stream. They could just hop in the Discord, shoot the breeze, right? And that could become a whole thing for me where I can just do what I want to do, which is just go live, provide a channel for people to hang out at, and then I can be focusing on practicing. People can be kind of holding down the fort in terms of having a stimulating experience for the audience, just by taking advantage of the Discord.
Right.
So again, that could be the thing where, and that's why I'm trying to, share a lot of this with you because I think, to me, you're in the pivotal position, as far as I'm concerned, to really help me get this going. One, because you've been around this community a lot longer than I have, so you know a lot of people. But two, it really does help if someone else can like explain this stuff to people. And it also helps me with the promotional type of stuff. I don't like being a self-promoter. It's a little bit, it's not bad. It's just a little bit in poor taste. But I'm also realizing it's super important. So I've recently been convinced that I need to do what I can to promote the channel. So I shouldn't do things like go on to Nathan's channel and like not mention my channel.
Oh yeah, no, you got to do that.
And I do that. I don't know if you ever noticed, but I have a habit of doing that. I don't really promote the channel unless somebody in the chat asks about it.
Yeah.
Either Nathan or somebody in the chat has to ask about it, or else I won't say anything.
Well,
right?
I know that's how I ended up getting a link to your channel and everything, was because you kept mentioning it, or like I don't think you were a mod over at Nathan's or something at first, and you kept trying to post it, but
right. Yeah. Correct. I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like to Nathan's credit, like he made me a mod. He's always super cool about it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of my philosophy about things, right? It's sort of like I never wanted to be seen as, oh, this guy just comes on to promote his stuff, right? Especially because I really like those streamers and I kind of wanted to like build friendships with them, and I really wasn't planning to start making a channel about this stuff. So I had a YouTube channel, but I didn't even want to be asked about it because I didn't put anything on it. So I was kind of embarrassed. Like, I don't have you know what I mean? I wasn't even putting anything on it. Yeah. And I think that kind of embarrassment kind of made me feel like maybe I should start putting stuff on my channel because people keep asking me about it. And like, I'm like, yeah, I got some drum cover from like 5 years ago if you want to, watch that or whatever. But yeah, so I'm kind of trying to break out of that. And part of that has been my co-host, people like you and my MyOneBlack Friend and now Tux. You realize they put in their time and their commitment and they're putting effort into it, and so I want to make it worth their time, and I don't want to be sabotaging us by not getting the word out there. But it helps, like you said, to have a I want to use the term sideman. But to me, that's like a high term of honor, and I don't know how other people feel about that type of term. But I always thought that that's what the Ed McMahon. That's what I always thought of him as, right? He's the side man, right? He's
yeah. There's some pretty famous side men out there.
Yeah, and even
Ed McMahon, Andy Richter. Yeah.
And even the musicians on late night and things like that, they're considered sidemen in really a lot of the sort of show jargon. So I always thought of it as a great term.
If you think about it, like who was it? Wynton Marsalis.
Right. Exactly. Yes. But I also know that it's better when a lot of these things are intentional because it helps with the programming if we like get on the same page about a lot of these things, because we can add a lot of value to it. So yeah, I think being somebody that's always interested in production and show business and stuff like that, there's actually a lot of work that goes into those positions because there's so many things that they help with that are really like functional, right? So like a basic thing is just the responding to stuff, right? The host says stuff and it just sucks if there's nobody there to laugh or react or follow up or whatever.
The whole, like, back and forth chemistry is greater than the sum of its parts, right?
Absolutely.
and that's what I think, you know, a fun kind of talk show or call-in show is, you know, there are going to be times where you need prompting, or you need get back on track.
Get back on track. Yeah, totally.
You know, or there's audience feedback that, you know, you might find important or funny, or, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I totally, that's totally it. And then, you know, I also take a lot of cues from wrestling, right? And,
oh, definitely. I didn't notice.
You didn't notice, yeah.
No.
But you can think about the like straight play-by-play, and a lot of times he's played by Michael Cole, is like their straight guy or somebody like that. And then they have the other guy who's like the color guy, and it's just really amazing how, and of course the sideman is really a mix of both, because he does a lot of color in terms of the humor stuff, but he's also in terms like he's kind of the straight guy because he gets them in and out of a lot of the stuff that they need to, right? And so what people sometimes don't realize about somebody like Michael Cole is part of his incredible talent is that he's got to call the whole show, like all the matches and the moves, and he's got to hit all the story points. Right, every match, like you saw when I was calling that match with Cameron, right? I've got to right from the gate. I've got to tell you, we've got an exclusive title match on Late-Night Counter-Apologetics. It's not just the titles; they've made it personal. Here's how it was made. Here's how the challenger made it personal. Here's how the champion responded. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you got to know. If somebody just tunes into your show for the last time, like when they see that CBS special broadcast thing, or a lot of these people don't watch wrestling normally, or this is the first time they've watched your show, or they haven't watched in a really long time. And yeah, your hardcore fans may not think it's brilliant of you to recap the thing that they know already because they've been watching week in and week out, but your new viewers don't know. And they're not going to be bought into the match by the time the ring announcer gets the ring announcer. If you don't tell them...
When you've got 5 viewers, almost every viewer is a new viewer, right? Right. And so you've got to assume that even before I get to that ring announcer, I've got to tell them exactly what's going on tonight and exactly why they should care, right? Exactly when that gets set up. And then you know, we've got to put Cameron, we got to put the heel over, whether you like him or not. He knows how to make an entrance, and the champion's gonna have to deal with the crew at ringside. But that's an important time because then I can tell you about Deacon No Name and Deaconess Annette and Tux TV, and they're at ringside, and now you know who they are, right? And then when Cameron's coming down, I got to tell you he's the 4-time champion. He's the best champion we've ever had. He's got the, you know, and all these things have to happen before the bell rings. So my point is, right, Michael Cole has to do all that on the real WWE program with millions of people watching, right? That's badass, yeah.
And at the same time, he's got to get the sponsorship in there. Oh, and this segment is brought to you by Snickers, and we want to thank Mudvayne for this pay-per-view's theme song, right? And he's got to get all that in there. And then on top of that, he's got the fucking owner of the company in his ear at all times, right? Going, change this, save this, put over that, don't forget this, we really want to sell this, hang on, there's just been a last minute change backstage, you know, all this crazy shit, right? And he's got to deal with that, and then he's got the production crew and the truck going, we're live in 5, we got to go to commercial in 30, we're coming out of commercial in 30. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it is a madhouse, and all you hear is him sitting there doing the enthusiastic commentator thing, like smooth sailing, right? And they can trust him with this gazillion-dollar worldwide operation to never fuck that shit up, or rarely fuck it up. He actually has fucked it up. He's fucked it up at WrestleMania. But when he does, we just keep going because we know how much he delivers, right? That consistency.
Most of the time,
and it's just unbelievable.
How much do you think he pulls in?
A lot. It's gotta be gotta be real good six figures, and I wouldn't be surprised if at his level he may even be making a lot, because he's probably
like 10 million, 15 million.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
That's what
I doubt if it's even 1 million.
Really?
I doubt it. Yeah, but it's probably a really nice 6-figure salary, and he's probably got a lot of extra stuff. Like he's probably the head of, the broadcasting or whatever, and they've got him doing a bunch of production stuff, and you take on other roles in the company in addition to your television appearances. So he's probably got a television deal. He's probably got some sort of, role in the company or the development of, quality control for the other broadcasters or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So they work some other stuff in there. And so I'm sure he's getting paid quite well. And then, of course, he's, considered an on-camera talent. So he gets the, some of the royalties and stuff for the products, and you get the video games and the merchandise and now they can capitalize on their social media a lot. So there's a lot of ways to monetize doing something like that. The other thing I kind of wanted to mention, since that came up and we mentioned commentary, is that's something we got into on our channel. So as you saw with that, part of what I did with that video was I did the match, but I also did the commentary, right? And part of what we started on my Twitch channel was like a role play fantasy wrestling federation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what people loved about it was they would basically send in their created wrestlers, because you can post them online and then you can just download them. So people say, search for this, search for that. You make sure you find the right one, you download it, right? And then I would put them in these matches. I would book a card on my stream, and I would just make up these stories about these characters based on the gimmick and whatever they tell me and what I see when I download them. And there were certain rules to make it fair. Like you had to have there were certain parameters for your created person so that it was fair, so that I get good matches, and you couldn't be, nobody had like a way better character, right?
Yeah.
They had to be within the rules. And then I would just sit here and call the matches. Right? So I wouldn't even be playing the game. Remember I told you I suck at video games. I've had to find other ways to use them to make content, right? So that's one of the things I would do, and it became a community thing. So I want you to see how all these things we're doing that tie into this character and tie into Sacred, they're all parts of like my real life kind of like community interaction, but they're all uniquely like community led things. Like GTA opens a whole world of community participation, because you can actually just jump on GTA and very much interact with this real club. That's why I wanted to show you that stream today, right? Like show you like, bro, it's my club. Like we just get down like this. So people can tune in and they're like, oh, they're legit. Like they ain't fucking around with this GTA shit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then it was like the same thing with the wrestling stuff, to where I was participating in this whole community where that's what people do and they're into that. Like, and there's a whole world of people who do this. If you went on Twitch and went on WWE, you would see a lot of people just playing the game. You'd see a lot of people competing online against other players, but you'd see a lot of people who are just reenacting historic wrestling feds and playing it out. But a lot of people are making fantasy wrestling federations, having viewers send them in, and they're called sim feds. Basically, the person is not playing the game, they just simulate the matches and they do the commentary. Right. So people immediately recognized, oh, when I talk about Los Santos Championship Wrestling, it's just a sim fed that we base in our GTA world. So we say it's in Los Santos, San Andreas, right? And so we decked out the whole set. We made a Los Santos Championship Wrestling ring and arena and blah, 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 blah. And people just got it. Oh, can I send you my call? Can I send you my call? Can I send you my call? They didn't give a shit where it was. They didn't give a crap what. People are in the habit now of they make a created wrestler that I call them call. It means created wrestler. Sorry. We say call. Sure. But it means created wrestler. So they create a wrestler like I created those wrestlers, right? They upload them online, and then they want to send them to different streamers so they can tune into the stream and see what happens with their created wrestler and see how the different streamer treats their different characters, right?
Right on.
So you start to have people like that's what they do, and so they want to send you their calls. Can I send you my call? Can I send you my call? Yeah, sure, right. And so then I would just put on the show. Now, what did that tie into? People started to realize, Jay, we really like the way you call matches. Like they started to realize, like, I'm serious about it. Like I take it seriously. I call it like a real show. And I demonstrate a lot of those chops that you saw like in that video, right? I hit those things that I know you would really have to do if you were calling a real wrestling broadcast, right? Like you got from working with your friend. He allowed you to be the color, but since he knew what he was doing, right? He was like, just chill, I got it. And he hit all the things that actually had to be done to get through the business of the match, and you could just come up with silly names for moves and it was fine, right?
Yeah.
So people started to realize, Jay could really call a match, right? So then what they started to do was when real wrestling would have pay-per-views, I would just do these things where if it was a really big pay-per-view, I would go through the card and I would use the game to create like little matchup screens. And then I would go through those on like a fake card, but I would never play the matches. I would just have the screen up, and then I would call the pay-per-view on Twitch. And what people would do is they would tune into the stream. They would realize I was calling the pay-per-view. They would tune in and watch the pay-per-view along with me because it was on WWE Network. So if you had a subscription, we get it. Like now, if you have Peacock, it's on Peacock. And then they would just mute it and listen to me call the matches.
Right on.
Right? It sort of bled into calling real wrestling matches, right?
Yeah.
And then it was crazy because that was always like a dream come true for me to like call real wrestling matches. And then it'd be crazy because even if only like, say again, small audience, 2, 3, 5, 8 people are listening to me, I still have that many people that really genuinely think they'd rather hear me call WrestleMania than Michael fucking Cole, the actual Michael Cole, right? So for me, that's validating. You see what I'm saying?
That's pretty huge.
That's some real ass wrestling fans that are like, nah, Jay's on the call tonight, right? You know what I mean? So when I started to get the chemistry with you, I wanted to kind of work this up to say like, I think this is what people will eventually realize. Like, yo, Jay and No Name have the chemistry. They're cool dudes. Yo, in between streams or if nothing's going on, you could just find them streaming on their channel and, they'll just be shooting the breeze. And if you send them a link, we'll just watch a video and it'll spill over, right? Like to like, oh, we just like to see them react to other stuff. So they'll be like, oh, Doug just did a video. Y'all should react to it. So we'll play the Doug's video. Now, we could both be working, getting some shit done, but just reacting, talking, and people will catch on to it. And then it'll bleed into other things like you could probably hang out with me and call wrestling matches or whatever, and people will be fine with it. Or like last night when I showed the wrestling video, somebody dropped a note in the chat like... let me see what it was. Let me open it. It was like, it would have been during probably the church business notes. I got to find where I put the notes.
Sure.
Nope, wasn't there. But basically what they said was that... was that we should do a match. I'll have to go back and find the comment. Was that we should do a match of like a King Kong Bundy type of Matt Dillahunty versus like some apologist they named, right?
Point being, that would be fucking sweet. So Matt Dillahunty as King Kong Bundy taking on some... Right.
We'll call him King Kong Dillahunty or something.
King Kong Dillahunty.
And dress him up like King Kong Bundy and do the whole deal, right? But the point is, and I was thinking of this when I made that match, like part of what I did when I introduced you guys in the whole New World Order thing was I was thinking of the whole stable. That way I could start to do matches to like throw you guys into some matches and stuff and have the people that catch on to it kind of follow the story of, let's see, Deaconess Annette kick some ass and maybe become the women's champion, or let's see if what Tux does if he gets in the ring, that type of thing, right? So I kind of was trying to introduce the characters, but then immediately people got it, they loved it, and I think it's fun because if nothing else, we do kind of want to fight in this whole word wrestling thing, and we just have these endless debates, and so it is fun to at least for 15 minutes suspend our disbelief and let's just fight. Let's just get in the ring and just fight.
I used to love watching that show, Celebrity Deathmatch.
Exactly. You are dead on. That's exactly what it is.
Okay. Is that what you were going for?
That's exactly what I'm going for.
I get it. I really dug that. And I really enjoyed what you did with your characters, your cause, by the way. And the whole fight was really fun to watch. And like you said, the calling and everything was really entertaining and all that good stuff. So yeah, and knowing that's who that was, I think really.
You mean with Cameron?
Yeah, with Cameron, and basically the metaphor that it was, right? Like it was metaphorical for the rhetorical smackdown.
Right. Yeah.
And so, it's like embrace the absurdity, embrace the silly, right? Like everybody likes being entertained. If you're how some people do those little animated cartoon absurd Bible stories? I think that guy, something 2025.
Say that again.
Oh,
I'm trying to think of the example.
I feel bad now.
It's all right.
He does these funny animated skits that are based on the Bible, Bible stories. And he does these funny little voiceover the story, and it's really absurd and silly and and ridiculous and all that good stuff.
Sure.
So
right, okay, I got you. Like sarcastic, kind of like
yeah, it's real sarcastic and absurd.
I think I know who you're talking about. I can't think of the name, but I love that type of stuff.
Okay. You know what I'm talking about. Good.
Yeah. Your audio kind of faded out for a minute. I don't know what happened.
I walked away from my phone. It's down to like 20%.
Okay.
So
you tried to put it on a charger. Yeah, you're good now. Yeah. Sounds great. Normally, for a phone, it comes through real clear and everything. Sounds great.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, that's totally the kind of thing I was going for, right? And to make it kind of fun, because I really do think Cameron is motivated by the thing with his brother, and to use that as a story hook for, he's not interested in me, but okay, now it's personal because I didn't talk some shit about his family.
It's like now that shit got real.
Yeah, But I brought up the King Kong Dillahunty thing to say I think the audience got it, even though there was only a handful of people watching and it was 6:00 in the goddamn morning. And they immediately had suggestions, right? Which allows it to take on a life of its own. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but you came up with the Jesus thing, right?
Yeah. No,
and then I just ran with that. I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And I was like, I think we can do more with that than I thought. And that's kind of what I try to do with different things. So like I did the Marjorie Taylor Greene episode, and I have this galaxy theme, right? And
what?
I have this galaxy theme, going throughout the room with all this stuff and the overlays, the galaxy theme. And so I got these little laser projectors. They're like $30 on Amazon. They're really not that expensive, but they look super cool, and they definitely help with the bland walls I had and shit like that. Because this studio was all equipment a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Like it was all the gear and everything. If you look at some of my older stuff, but no vibe, right? People would always be like, "Oh, Jay has a sweet setup," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I do, and I love that because it helps me do all the stuff I'm interested in." But it just didn't like speak to like any sort of atmosphere. And I'm like, I spend my whole day in this place, and so I really want to vibe it up and keep it on theme. But anyway, so I picked a bunch of those, right? And I don't know if you noticed, but like I got one over by the there's one over by the drums too. Right? Like you see him over there projecting onto the wall. He's being obscured a little bit because that light's bright. But you see him over there standing on the organ to the left. Yeah. And then there's one on the organ too. So like when I start streaming, like trying to practice the organ and stuff, there'll be another one there. And then there's another one that's actually in my bedroom, and I have a big tapestry in my bedroom that's like a big, huge astronaut. So it kind of ties, together throughout the space. But it's a space laser, right? It's an astronaut that's actually projects a laser.
That's on brand advertising if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, so I just had to go, right? But then we're doing the like sort of mocking of the right wing nuts, and so I was like, he's got to be Jewish space laser, like it just has to be Jewish space laser, like that's the. Like,
did you put little curls like Hasidic on his helmet, or
he's
like
ethnically Jewish
yarmulke?
He's ethnically Jewish.
Ethnically Jewish.
Yeah.
I like his story better.
His mother's Jewish.
if he is a converted
Hasidic Jew.
Some ethnicity that you don't normally associate with Judaism, like somebody who lives like a Peruvian, right?
Yeah, like he said, he was
like somebody from Peru, right?
Who was a God-fearer and then became all the way Jewish.
Became all like converted, like got circumcised, went the whole nine yards. So he is a Peruvian mountain person.
Do you think any adults do that? Do you think any adults actually get circumcised?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Really?
Well, okay. I've known a couple of guys who did it for medical. Well, one guy did it for medical reasons. He had his foreskin.
Oh, okay. His foreskin was fucked up.
Yeah, and then another buddy of mine did it in his like late teens because he was real self-conscious about it. And in the gym setting, and then like with girls.
Yeah.
So he ended up doing it for mostly like
cosmetic reasons.
And fitting in and stuff. I've never known anybody who did it for religious reasons personally, but most men in the United States anyway are already circumcised at like a few days after birth.
Yeah, I mean, whatever they did for me was they just got it over with quick and dirty real early. So, I'm weirdly appreciative of that because that's a decision I would not want to have to make
as an adult.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so one of the reasons I brought this up though was it gets pretty interesting because one of the things I think that my channel got into was not only did we do the Los Santos Championship Wrestling. Part of what I learned about this sort of community developing stuff is that so you know how like part of the reason that I think the Cult of the Flying Man is fun because it's like, oh wait, starting a religion is even more fun than being an adherent to one.
Much more. Yeah. It's always better, from what I understand, to be the cult leader,
Right.
or even better, the puppet master, aka man behind the throne, aka Ed McMahon. Ed McMahon was actually running the show. He just let Johnny.
Well,
think
yeah,
he
I
ran
mean,
it.
that's kind of what I was getting at is with the Sideman. I mean, there's a lot of, and they have their own, they usually work out their own system and, way of doing things. But, and I don't remember exactly what Ed McMahon did technically because it's been a long time since I've seen that show. But I know
That's the beauty of it. The man made a fortune. He had a job for 25, I think, or so years. Turn that into a successful career as a side hustle with Publishers Clearinghouse and other like announcer type gigs. But the man did virtually nothing. You don't even remember what he did.
And I think that's that's
badass.
crazy. Yeah, I mean it's pretty crazy. But but a lot of them really do, depending on the show, do a lot of different things. So like I know for me, like again, like having a bomb ass I think even pre-recorded introduction would be amazing, right? Because just even in your voice instead of mine would be fine.
Oh yeah. Okay. I will work on.
No, it's not you. It's me. I gotta send you the script of all stuff that's gotta be.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I
will definitely work on something.
That becomes I think that could become a huge set piece, right? I think that could be a huge part of the set piece. Things like the getting involved in calling some of those matches and stuff like that. That would be right. That's the type of thing that makes somebody like an unforgettable part of the show, right? Like
right.
Some of that stuff would be really huge, and then helping me set up a lot of the stuff. And then I think people seeing, at least like it has been lately, how much time we spend together and trying to figure all this stuff out and putting into it, I think is a big deal. And that's kind of what I was going to say, right? So what I was going to just say is that part of what people started to notice and I think really tune into was that we didn't just have the show. Like they really liked seeing all the stuff that went into the show. So,
that's the feedback you've gotten.
Oh yeah, for sure. So for instance, like sometimes on stream, just taking a character that I got and really liked, but wanted to use differently on the show, and so like revising them or something like that, or creating a different character just so that a character that I wanted to feature had somebody to go up against. Sometimes we would we did 8-hour streams where we took our entire roster of created wrestlers and found copyright-free music for everybody so that we could, record our shows and put them on YouTube and not have to worry about, any sort of copyright issues, right? So it was like sort of my main mod back then, Mash, the OG, like he was helping me out. Like I was keeping a spreadsheet, and he was helping me like find music that would go with the character, and I was pulling up the character, and he would like help me find some type of music for them, and we would go back and forth on different genres and pull up music and then find the right one and then make a note of it and download it. And just kind of like people seeing that was like, because again, you could get a whole stream out of that, and that's going to be a lot longer even than, right? Because you had mentioned about just if you had a place where people could go and you just had it up and you could just stream for hours and hours and people could just stay there, right? And I'm just kind of trying to show you.
It's like when I used to, there was this one streamer I used to follow, and then he would like, it was weird. I guess the way you have to look at it. So the way he worked on his next show was he would often play a video game while like watching / listening to some stuff for like the next night's episode, right?
Right.
And so then he would kind of assemble his tomorrow's show on Twitch. Now, when I say assemble, it was more like he would lay out the pieces for it, and then he would
get
talk.
ready. Yeah.
You know, it would be like not scripted, but sort of like
I'm gonna want to work with this. I'm gonna check out this.
Yeah.
We'll look at this.
Yeah. So he would like have spots that he would highlight from the video, or kind of zoom in on, that sort of thing. And so I found that interesting, but it was also kind of like it could be background noise while people chatted, right, about the episode we just watched, or some other topic, or just random shit because we were buddies. And,
right.
That's just how it was. Or we would talk with the streamer. He would read the chat and, respond based off what we were saying.
Yes, and that's kind of what I like, because I think, one, you get a lot of content out of it, and two, I think that's where my creativity really comes out, right? Like I think you would probably agree that I was pretty well received in our community as just like, oh, there's this friendly black guy that's an evolutionary biologist that's like one of us, that says reasonable things to some of the YouTubers we like. What?
Oh, I was chanting one of us.
Oh yeah, well exactly. But no, I was like, it was really cool. Like, Josh Bowen and all those guys, they're really nice.
Yeah.
But people would have had no idea that I want to like entertain people, and
well, that's why I keep telling you that you have to whore yourself out on all these panel shows and get your followers, get your friends, people who like you, your personality, and the stuff you say.
Yeah,
to come over and support your other interests, And if they like it, and they sub. Now, I mean, you can't expect that everybody will,
right?
But with what you're talking about doing and having such a wide variety of like entertainment options and information options and things like that, I think will surely that you'll get kind of having that approach being so, I guess, accessible. I think surely that would work out.
Yeah, if nothing else, I think it'll be fun. So I'm excited. I think tomorrow I'll send the letter to Twitch. I heard it takes a day or two for it to go through and you to be removed from the affiliate program. I'll probably maybe I'll just stream on YouTube for a couple of days until then. And yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow to get into streaming. I'm gonna start streaming my programming stuff, which is what I was doing on Twitch. So we'll get that going. Hopefully, people start using the Discord. Yeah, I'm excited. The one thing I was gonna say too is like, yeah, I just think it'll be it'll be really fun. I get excited about that stuff because I think we get a lot of the long format content out of those type of streams, and I'm excited to start working on Sacred again and start to put that show together. But I was happy that when I showed the match that people like got it and that the viewers suggested stuff, because it showed me like we can get a lot more out of this, because we can start to like build up stories based on other real and imagined feuds within this space.
Oh yeah, totally. I think that would be tons of fun.
And then I think people will like realize again, and this is what I was getting at, like part of the fun for me, right, is that in some sense you begin to have to treat it like a real wrestling federation. So you know,
or a very ironic one.
Yeah, but you have to do things like you have to be careful with how you book and how you present your talent and all of those type of things, because if you don't, you'll lose your audience quickly. Oh, this is just a thing where every week Jay beats up another apologist and retains his US title, right? And you figure that out pretty quick. You know what I mean?
No. What you do is you hope, you cross your fingers, and you hope that Cameron makes or somebody makes a response video to it in which they make fun of you. You know?
Yeah, that would be epic.
And then you whatchamacallit, you
give him a rematch for that. That would be
you make a video of you getting, like SmackDown and using that material, right? I think that would be really, really fun and funny.
Yeah. But the other thing I did was to build all the different characters and stuff, right? So that you don't have to, so that if you decide to have a match a week or show a match a week, you can have all these different things, like, because you can see what, let's have a Deaconess match, or you have all these other matches, so that I could go 2 months before you see another, before you see him in the ring again, right? Or and that's the thing I love. I was saying, like, if the fans start making suggestions, then it's like, oh well, this week we're doing this fan requested match, so that's another week that you don't even have to see our guys at all, and that's great, because then it's like it starts to feel like a real thing people buy into, because we're not the match every week, right? Or we don't win every week, or and different things happen. Or if I lose the title, then you won't see me with it on stream for a while, and there'll be hell to pay.
Exactly.
And just kind of having that commitment with it. But like when I was recording that, there's some hiccups along the way, and some things like used to happen in wrestling, like you shoot a match, they'd go to shoot a match maybe from a house show or something, and if it didn't work out great, they put it on again in the next show and try to get that one for the video, right? And so that happened a couple times, just something would happen, it just didn't look right or didn't look good. Some of it I want to be a struggle, so every once in a while a whiff or somebody misses a move. I actually like that in my real wrestling matches. If a wrestling match looks too smooth, it pisses me off. So I want it to look like they're struggling against each other. That's fine. And there's a little bit of glitchy video game stuff that always is going to happen. But point being, like, people start to see that, right? That's part of the content. Part of the content is, oh, there was that thing that ended up being in the video, but we saw the real story over on the live stream. You know, we saw Jay sit there and shoot that match 4 times. You know what I'm saying? And then what we saw.
Oh no.
No, and then you realize that you had to get like you have to get it with the commentary, but not the music and all this other stuff. So you have to record it in like creator safe mode so that they don't put their licensed music and stuff on there. But then you record it with that music so that you can get the timing to be the same. So you record that version, then you record the version you actually need for the sound, right? Then you realize shit like when I add 3 managers to my entrance, it fucks up the whole entrance.
Oh, yeah.
Like they do this thing, y'all are standing there behind me. Then when the pyro, y'all are standing one place and then the pyro just goes off and just vaporizes y'all. And the whole camera just goes poof, 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 poof. And they just disappear.
Good Myronists, we're willing to die for our
it's just, it's crazy. So instead, I'm like, no, I got to layer it so that it looks like he comes to the ring by himself and then they join him at ringside. So I've got you've got the entrance of him doing it solo, and then you got to cut that and then splice in the entrance where they're joined with him at ringside. So you get them as part of the entrance, but not the part where they fuck everything up. And you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of shit. Then the mixing it all in together, and then the audio recording got screwed up a couple times, so I had to redo the commentary and stuff like that. So, you know, it would be like people would see, you know, on the channel, like I think I'm gonna upload that video on the channel as just like here's something you can see on the Jay Bundy channel. It's like a promo video or whatever, or at least a video for people to just see just that standing alone as how I ended up with the belt or whatever, right? But if you were like watching and following the stream, you would see the whole arc, right? And then you would have that extra level of buy-in and appreciation for being one of the cool kids that, you know what I mean, saw me and you chit chat and figuring it out, creating the people, doing the commentary. And I think with like the chemistry we have, people will like shit like that.
I hope so.
And they'll like shit like being able to see shit that like we follow up on shit that like there's a lot of inside jokes. You see what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of like, oh, we do the match that we say there's a viewer requested match and it's the thing. Or like Deepak made the one donation, right? So when I made the video about the side plates, I mentioned people like Deepak getting the golden plate started and telling everybody that this is the, you know, the first fruits of the building fund, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that's like a little bit of buy-in for like, yeah, you should you know, if you donate, you know, we really appreciate it. And you know, we try to go towards things that you'll see on camera so that you could be, you know, proud of what you're contributing towards. But it's a story element because, you know, I needed to get the belt and I needed to get the plates. So, but, you know, you do try to shout out the people that make a little donation in here. So I was like, this is a good tie-in for the donations. Look, y'all helped us.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all helped us secure the deposit for the custom side plates. Really appreciate that. But yeah, I just got some more set money actually.
Fat rude.
Yeah, I got another stack, so there's like 200 grand over
here.
here.
Where do you get these? Where do you get these big stacks?
They're on Amazon, and I just found another source. I think this is the first time, maybe maybe I'm about to order from this other source. Yeah, because I think it costs like. It costs like this costs like $8.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, and so it adds up. Like, like you're like it's not as much money as it looks like, but it's not insignificant either.
Sure.
But I just found another one that I think will be cheaper. Like, so I think I'll go with them from now on. Yeah, because it's just Amazon. It's just actual prop money. A lot of things are just, it's like what you use in a movie set, right? Like when you watch a movie and somebody blows the bank vault full of millions of dollars. It's I assure you, it's prop money.
Oh no, I gather that.
Yeah.
I was just asking where you got it.
Oh yeah, Amazon. Amazon's my favorite place because it's like easy to have things delivered.
There was a place up in Huntsville where you could get some neat prop type things, like candy glass, things that were made out of that malt sugar that looks like glass, but you can iso malt or whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. It's fun to try to have those things that help, just pop somebody, just get a laugh or a reaction or something to do when a theist is boring you. Man, it was sort of interesting, like having that one dude call in, because I was like, oh, finally somebody's gonna call in and actually talk to us about shit, and it was just like, no, this is not good. So
the super boring guy.
Yeah, he just seemed adrift.
Yeah.
I was glad he didn't show us his dick.
Me too. Me too. He definitely stood out in a crowded field.
Yes. So, but it's okay. So, but yeah, I think I just probably will quick ban a lot of people like that. It's just like I don't want to talk to them here. I mean, that's kind of liberating, though. I think that's just like my particular brand of counter apologetics. Like, you're stupid, I'm bored. Bye. Go think about that.
You're stupid, I'm bored. Bye.
Yeah. All right, man. I should go eat. Are you gonna be around tomorrow? Are you feeling better?
Oh yeah. I'm feeling much better. I'll be around.
All right. Damn, I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna actually try to. All right, so let's try to do this shit. I'm gonna get on in the afternoon. I'm gonna try to start programming. I'm gonna plan to probably do it using OBS. So what I'll do is I'll try to get in the Discord with you and do it like that. And if that becomes a struggle, then I'll just do it in StreamYard. But either way, I'll probably do a Code and Chill stream. And then what we'll try to do is get it set up so that we can just screen share with some of these videos. And we'll try to just put stuff on and just hang out and see what happens with the room set up for the day. Especially if it's a holiday. I don't think I need to have my meetings. I can probably just cancel them. Yeah. So you know what I mean? So let's just kind of set up the room and kind of chill. And then I actually got to try to get some coding stuff done. So I'll try to set it up and then we'll do that and see how it goes.
Right on, man. Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Thanks so much for hanging out all day.
Oh, no problem, brother. Anytime. Talk to you later.
All right, man. See you later. Good night.
See you.